RuneScape, the sprawling landscapes of Gielinor. A massive world full of so many choices, it can be very difficult to figure out which path to take. Over many years, the world has seen countless adventurers. Some chase glory, wealth, and fame. Some seek true mastery of their abilities. Some hunger for exploration, while others chase the lure of overwhelming power. Ultimately, there are some adventurers who cannot content themselves with any one of these options and seek to conquer everything in sight. For those adventurers, a vast array of challenges and accomplishments stand in their path. Today, we watch as an adventurer takes their first steps toward greatness. Join me as we follow Gielinor's newest hero, a long dog. This is Get Trim or Die Trying. Hi everybody, I am Scrooge McDuck, and welcome to Get Trimmed or Die Trying. The goal of this account is to obtain the Trimmed Completionist cape. I am going to get started with the Wilderness Easy Diary, so you're going to see that in the background while I go over the rules and restrictions for this account. To start things off, rule number 1, there will be no boosting on this account. Nothing I view as boosting anyway. That includes token farming, joining any kind of boss, under-geared or under-leveled. That includes Beastmaster or leeching God Wars Dungeon 1 or 2 upgrades. For the second rule, I will not be using Vanquish. I believe that Vanquish, the tier 75 weapon for achieving 150 quest points, is a little bit too overpowered for the amount of effort required. Rule number 3 is that I will not be visiting Menaphos for the Scarabs until I'm level 75 Slayer. I feel that the XP and GP rewards for the daily activity is a little bit too high and will impact the game a little bit too much pre-75. Rule number 4 is that I will not be rushing ports. I'm not going to save crack to 90 immediately. I believe that that would imbalance the early game a little bit too much. Once I achieve 250 quest points, I will then begin grinding toward ports as quickly as possible. Rule number 5 is that I will not be using any of the limited time events. That includes the winter cooldown, the summer, all of the beach stuff. I'm not going to be including that in this series because I don't feel that that's necessarily in the spirit of an Iron Man. And the last rule is that I will be using Gothixian caches in order to level up my divination. I absolutely cannot stand the skill train the normal way, and by training with caches, I can achieve the things that I want to achieve a lot quicker. Now that that's out of the way, we join our hero in Edgeville, having completed the Wilderness Easy Diaries, ready to go claim her reward. You can claim it. Let's go. Tell me about the set reward. I clearly chose the wrong dialogue. Can I claim any rewards from you? I've completed all the easy tasks. Well done, a long dog. I've kept some rewards aside for you. Oh, crap. I forgot about the antique lamps. There you go. Looks like that's everything. Okay, so I cannot equip it. However, what? You can teleport to the herb patch on it? Well, I now have a teleport with me that does not require too much work to get my booty back to a bank. And I've got 2 antique lamps that I can't use yet. I need to be level 30. So I'm going to be pretending I'm an ultimate Iron Man and hold on to these while I figure out how to get level 30 herb lore. So in this clip, I am trying to hatch a plan to quest myself to level 30 herb lore to use the 2 antique lamps. I do realize I can do Druidic Ritual to start herb lore, Jungle Potion for another 700 XP. I then plan to do Recruitment Drive, which was unsuccessful because I do need to bank everything for that quest, which cost me 1000 XP on my goal. I had to reroute my plan, and initially it had me routed toward Meeting History. Meeting history requires that I have 24 crafting for the prerequisite quest Making History, and the other problem with meeting history is that, again, I would need to bank everything. A third plan did hatch, and you will see the progression towards that. For those of you who play RuneScape or played RuneScape a really long time ago, play old school now, whatever it may be, they updated the Druidic Ritual quest. You used to need to take 4 pieces of raw meat to the Cauldron of Thunder down in the Taverley dungeon. You no longer need to do that. Now, instead, you are gathering ingredients that are strewn about Taberley. It's fully voice acted, and it's a very fun quest. I really liked it. Unfortunately, I did lose the clip where I talked about getting the requirements for the dig site quest. Those requirements are level 10 Herblore, which I already have from Druidic Ritual and Jungle Potion, also level 10 Agility, and finally level 25 Thieving. These next couple clips are me getting those skills, and then I'll be completing the quest. While getting my thieving up to level 20 to get these silk stalls, I did go to the ham members because I do need these for later quests, and I got my first clue scroll. That brings me to a point that I thought up the other day. I will be doing every clue scroll and saving them until I have Invention unlocked. On the way up to level 25 Thieving, I did get reminded that Tribal Totem is available at level 21 Thieving. I'm going to do this quest quickly for some bonus Thieving XP and a nice quest point. Also some sweet swordfish. I don't require anything, and this quest will be over in just a couple minutes. I'll see you in a sec. And here we go. Tribal Totem complete. 1,775 Thieving XP and 1 quest point. That brings us to 23 Thieving. Very close to dig site, and I'll see you at 25. Alright, and now we are level 25 Thieving, and you now have all the levels you need for the dig site, so let's go knock that quest out. And here we go. We are ready for the dig site quest. I will see you in a second with quest complete. And there we go. Dig site completed. Another 2,000 Herblore up to 18 Herblore. Let's go. And another quest we're going to be using for Herblore XP early on is going to be Death Plateau, which gives you 3 100 XP lamps in any skill you want, and then 15 repeatable delivery tasks, which I believe are 180 XP each. And there we go, Death Plateau complete. Another quest point, 3 more reward lamps, and let's go on to these repeatable delivery tasks. I've never done these before. It should be fun. Here we are, just a short time later. We've got all 15 of our lamps, plus the 3 from the quest itself. They are bankable. I am going to, however, hold off until I have the lamps from Violet is Blue and the other quest that I have lined up. Here we are at the Violet is Blue quest start location. I'll see you when the quest is done. And after what was a very cute quest that I recommend anyone that plays this game go do right now, Violet is Blue is complete, and I've gotten another 3,000 XP worth of lamps, and a new title. Furthermore, a long dog helped 2 goblin generals decide which color of goblin armor is best. Spoiler alert, it's brown. After that, she helped the Sinclair family solve a recent murder. Once she'd completed displaying her sleuthing skills, she managed to help the dwarf Dororon get into Gunner's Ground and into his sweet love's heart with a poem. Following that, she helped restore the observatory to its former glory by repairing the telescope's lens. Our hero heard through the grapevine that King Rold of Misthalin needed a favor. She traveled to his castle in Varrock and made contact. His request seemed innocuous enough. Just go to the church located on the nearby river and make contact with the monk. Little did a long dog know, this request would set in motion a series of events whose impact would be much further reaching than she could have possibly imagined. After being tricked into killing the temple's guardian and allowing the Zamorakians to desecrate the River Salve, a long dog was left with a grave concern. She had put the entire western world of Gielinor at risk, and even though she had Drezel's help in bandaging the river's sanctity, she had a lot of work to do. Our hero ventured past the temple into the cursed lands of Mauritania. Upon arrival, she found the town of Canifis. The town's citizens were nothing short of odd. She wondered what was going on and decided to venture further into the swamps south to investigate. After a murky run, a long dog came upon the town of Morton. This town was very much worse off than Canifis. All the citizens had been afflicted with some sort of disease. She searched some of the dilapidated buildings and came upon a book. It was the tragic diary of a man succumbing to the affliction, as well as his notes on attempted cures. In a surge of caution, our hero returned to Taverley to see if she could make sense of what she'd just seen. She managed to perfect a potion called Serum 207. She was unsure how much would be needed. In an added bit of caution, she decided to draw upon the arcane wisdom of the lamps she had collected. Here we are, back in Taverley. I've got all of the lamps that I've collected. I've got the lamps from Death Plateau, the delivery tasks from Violet is Blue, and I think that's it. But I've got all of the lamps that I need in order to achieve level 30 herb lore, and then use the antique lamps that I got at the very beginning of the episode. As I use these lamps, I do want to say thank you guys very much for watching. I did realize going through my clips and putting them into Premiere that I ended up with a lot of weird aspect ratios, and I'm not entirely sure what happened with OBS. I do believe that I have fixed it for the next recordings, and I will be double checking before I do any more recording. This is the first video that I've ever put together, the first video that I've ever recorded, edited, all that. Please let me know what you liked, what you didn't like. Go ahead, like, comment, subscribe if you want to see more. Thank you again for watching. Have a great rest of your day.